Welcome, everybody. I'm Devon Duerr. I'm here with your June 2023 messages from the angels. You are so very welcome here, and the angels want you to know they see all the hard work you've been putting in to your relationships, to your projects, to your life's passions, and they see the way you're looking to achieve something big. You're using self-discipline and your willpower, and they're encouraging you the entire way. They see that you want to be recognized by others for your hard work and your accomplishments, and that you want to be seen as somebody who's good in relationships. You're trying to improve your relationships, your career, or your passion projects. So they have some guidance for you right now, but that is the very first thing they started off with, is know that they see this, they see the hard work that you are doing to separate yourself from others and show that you are authentic. Now, it is going to mean leaving some things behind, but first, just a few quick announcements before we get into the rest of the messages for June 2023. First, I just want to make sure you're aware of my free newsletter. You can sign up at devonduerr.com. You'll receive a copy of my free ebook, Is It a Sign?, to help you get started with identifying how you use your intuitive abilities. You can also sign up at my website for my free 5-day journaling challenge, where you can download a PDF that teaches you how to track messages from your angels. For 5 days, you will get a message in your email inbox that will encourage you to begin tracking your intuition, tracking the way you're receiving signs. Also, if you're not aware, I have loads of content where I work with another team of amazing people at SiriusJoy.com. That's SIRIUS joy.com. And it's this fantastic personal guidance astrology service where you input your birth data and you get customized text and information, daily reports, pep talks, and all kinds of other shows. It was created by Sensei Christopher Witecki, and I work with several other amazing people on this team to provide up-to-date current content. I have a daily angel show and a monthly angel show, as well as other shows I participate in. So I would love to see you there. You can try it out for only $3.99 a month. One more big announcement. I am going to put a pause on my online coffees. I have so many things working in the background that I want to bring to you to help you really strengthen your intuitive abilities, strengthen your manifestation abilities, and help you deepen your connection with the angels. So I am going to put it on pause just for the time being. We're going to see how the summer goes with Venus retrograding in Leo to see when I'm bringing it back and what it's going to look like when I bring it back. But to those of you who are there every month or who come back and listen to the recording of my channel, it is such my honor to connect with you. So please know that I still want to stay in touch with all of you. I love connecting with you in that way. So please stay in touch via email or comments. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok, and of course here is probably where I'm going to see your comments first. But I love connecting with you and I want to bring more to you. So I'm just taking a temporary pause for the time being. So just make sure you are signed up for my free newsletter so you can see when the next online coffee will be, when I bring them back, and what other fun, exciting things I'm going to be bringing to you. Of course, I will still be doing these monthly angel messages, and I'm going to try to replace the online coffee messages with another video similar to this. I'm actually looking to begin interviewing other light workers, probably several of you that were on the coffees I would love to connect with, and I have some other things in plans as well to bring you even more information to help you understand how you're using your intuitive abilities, help you track your connection with the angels, help you learn how to use your book of evidence, which, as you know, many of you know I released this in March 2022. This is a custom journal that is designed to help you track your intuition and deepen your connection. And you know, you hear me say it, and I'm going to say it a lot during this video, hindsight is 20/20. And so when you track your experiences and you go back and see them, it helps you really build that connection. It helps you strengthen your abilities. And it's creating that neural pathway for you to bring in those intuitive insights sooner. Thank you so much for your patience with me on that. Let's get deeper into the June 2023 angel messages. Now, you know the way I work, I always set a prayer of intention to make sure that I connect only with the highest vibrational beings, God's angels, and that these messages be for the highest good of those who come across them when they come across them. I have loads of past videos with angel messages on there. If you come across one of those, there might be a message in there if it resonates. So I'm going to encourage you to write anything down that you hear that might resonate with you. Just remember, angels will not tell you what to do. They never want us to give our power away. This is a group message. So if something doesn't resonate, leave it behind. It wasn't for you. But that's why I always say, please write something down, write anything down that resonates with you, even if it's messages from the past, because there might be something specifically for you and the angels knew you were going to hear it at that time. Hindsight is a very, very powerful tool for building trust in your connection with the angels. All right, so after the very first amazing message about the way the angels see the hard work we're doing, the way that we're ready to be recognized for our authentic skills, the way we've been showing our new love to the world. And this can be within relationships, within work, within plans to travel. So I always encourage you to take a look to see what comes to mind first as you're hearing these messages. Also, try not to interpret it too much. Just write it down, because sometimes you miss other information coming in if you try to analyze it. So go ahead and listen to this the first time and take as much in as you can. Maybe jot down anything that comes to mind, but then be willing to come back and listen again, or just review it later, a few days later, if you don't fully understand it. Sometimes we get the message, you just kind of plant the seed, and then we don't fully understand it for a day or so. I've even had it happen, a year later, I had this huge aha moment about what the signs were. But trust me, if you're staying open and you're connecting, you will get the guidance you need. And take that intention to connect with your angels, because what they want you to understand is they see the way that you have been working to be responsible and practical. You've accepted opportunities that have been offered to you. You've been generous with your energy. You've been professional. And they see the way you're feeling really, really pushed right now, almost to the point that you feel like you don't know if you can go more, but you're really towing the line, and they're commending you for that. This has been a lot of hard work. You have really had to put a lot of energy into what you're trying to accomplish, even if it's something within your home, trying to accomplish that really home family feel with your children or your spouse, or trying to renovate a project, whatever that is for you. They see the way that you've been working very hard, and you are starting to get to the point where you need a break, and there is guidance coming up for you about that. First of all, they want you to know there's some hidden information you are unaware of, and that is that there are new partnerships coming your way. You are really coming into your own authentic energy because you have come into your own. These new opportunities are coming your way. So whatever that is for you, are you looking for somebody to collaborate with? Are you looking for a new friend to travel with, or a new romantic partner? Trust that these are coming your way because you are stepping into your authentic power. You are being authentic with the energy you are sharing with others. So continue to move forward with your goals. That is the big thing they want you to know right now. When I heard that phrase of we're towing the line right now, keep going, because it is bringing in what you want. It feels like a lot of work, but a break is coming for you. Some rest is coming for you, as you will hear in the guidance. Now, the other thing they want to commend you on is they see the way that things in the past have not really turned out the way you hoped. And you've had to go ahead and cut your losses, or maybe you're realizing now, because of the way things didn't turn out, it's time to cut your losses and move on. So the guidance here is to look for the positive of what you've learned from things that didn't go the way you want, and use that to propel you forward. When I was getting my accounting degree, we learned about the term sunk costs. And a sunk cost is where you've already put money into a project, but the project's not going anywhere. And no matter how much more money you put into it, it's not going to go anywhere. So it's just a waste of resources to keep putting it into it. Well, you're better off calling it a sunk cost, cutting your losses, and totally moving on. Sometimes it means taking the project all the way back to phase one. Maybe it means completely ending the project and starting fresh. So think about where you've realized, okay, this did not turn out the way I thought it would. I've already put time and energy into it, but now it's a sunk cost. It's time to cut our losses and move on. There's so much guidance for June about this. So stay alert to what they're talking about for you, because this can be in any area of your life. It could be within relationships, friendships. It could be within your work, your career. It could be just a creative project in general, or something you're trying to work on. Now, trust that whatever these things that are coming to an end are in your highest interest. So don't allow fear to come in. And if you don't know what it is, then maybe that's something you've already let go, and they're just wanting you to understand that that had to be a sunk cost. So right now, as you're hearing this, what they want you to do, and this is where they're talking about a rest is coming for us, is they want you to take time to gain new perspective. They want you to take a temporary standstill with something that is weighing on you, And, I listen to these angel messages for me too. I love, it's my honor to share these messages with you, but I take it straight to heart as well. And this message was for me about pausing the online coffee for a while, because I do want a new perspective where I can bring more to you in a more valuable, efficient way that allows you to interact more, because I am really big on sharing what other light workers are doing. I'm really big in us all working together to activate other light workers. I do believe if you are here listening to these messages right now, you are already a light worker. I know this, but also you are here to help activate other light workers. And this is so important at this time on the planet right now. So any pauses, any endings, any cuts to losses or sunk costs are there to give us a new perspective. So if you are deciding to bring a project to an end, a friendship to an end, a method of doing something to an end, allow yourself some time to pause and reflect before you start the next project. Sometimes there's more healing needed around that loss or that ending than we really realize, because sometimes you might think, well, it was just a work project. I wasn't that attached to it. But then when it finally ends, you realize, I was a little more attached to it than I realized. So instead of getting into the grief over the loss, get into what did I learn from this? How can I make this better? Because it's all meant to support where we're going. And what's coming up for us in the very near future is a need to get organized. And that's why they're asking you to pause. They want you to use logic and create structure and discipline with your goals. So you are the captain of your ship. You are steering your life where you want to go. So be a leader and chart a course of action. So any standstills that come your way, whether you implemented the pause or somebody else implemented it for you, please take time to get a new perspective, connect with your angels, write down what you learned. And another important thing to do is celebrate what you did right. Give yourself credit, pats on the back for what you did right. Give yourself a pat on the back for realizing it needed to end. It was a sunk cost. And then get very organized before you move forward. We have been asked so much to really focus on where we want to go next. And where they're saying our personal power is going to come in June is when we face the need to make a decision head on. We need to not pretend there's not a problem. So if you're pretending there's no problem in a relationship, with a work project, with a daily routine, then that is creating a stalemate energy. It could be a stalemate energy between you and another person, between you and your creativity, between you and your abundance. So there is a decision that needs to be made to break out of this stalemate energy, and this will give you the inner strength to persevere. So think about that from the standpoint of, where is my personal power in June 2023? That is by facing decisions that need to be made head on. Get rid of this stalemate energy, cut your losses. That's what was coming through. But use the pause to get organized and get structure. The other thing they want you to notice is those around you. Things are coming to an end when it comes to challenges with those around you. Maybe you've been in challenges with family or friends, or you've just had to witness family or friends struggling with conflicts with others within the home or within relationships. And they want you to trust that this is coming to an end, and you are setting a good example by persevering. But the fact that you are pausing, cutting your losses and getting structure, you are setting a good example for them. And maybe it is that you're realizing within a relationship you need to bring something to an end. Now, it doesn't mean you're ending a relationship. I don't want anyone to jump into fear on that. It could be for some of you, but it could just be a dynamic you are ending in a relationship, and you're the one choosing to make the decision, hey, let's stop interacting this way, or let's stop working together this way, or let's change up the roles a little bit. And by making that decision, you are shifting the energy and getting out of that stalemate. And that's where that power is going to come from. Just remember to do it in a compassionate way, because it could be that some people will get their feelings hurt by you choosing to end something. So notice the transformations that are taking place around you with others, but also try to come from that compassionate place. Because if you are choosing to end a collaboration with somebody, maybe you've been working on a project and you're saying, this just isn't working, I want to take a pause and I'm going to go do something solo for a while. They may take that personally and get their feelings hurt, when really your intention is just to be better. So make sure you're using a compassionate approach with ending things and letting things go, and trusting that whatever you're learning from this is going to help you move forward. The angels recognize you are seeking the inflow of abundance. And this is what they said from the beginning with everything you're doing. You are taking action on new business ventures, on new relationships, or you're signing new contracts that will lead to abundance. So make sure you are reframing any negative thinking that is coming into your mind right now. Release fears over letting go of those sunk costs, as we mentioned earlier. It's kind of that feeling of being left in the cold, oh, if I let go of this project, I'm going to be all on my own out in the cold. Well, we don't want to do anything abruptly like that, but we need to let go of that thinking and reframe it as this is an opportunity for me to grow and do better on my next project, because these good things are coming in for you. So whatever it is that you're looking for, be open-minded to these new relationships coming in. At the time I'm recording these messages, we do have the sun still in Gemini, which really affects our mind. And we can sometimes let our thoughts run away from us. They can go back and forth between fear and anxiety and what ifs. And we want to make sure we're reframing those thoughts, because ultimately this is leading you to feeling confident on your path. You must not underestimate yourself. Show yourself and others you are confident, intelligent, and graceful by asserting your independence and asserting your creativity within your world. It's time to stretch your wings and fly, is what they are saying. So keep going. I know it's been a lot, but they do have a key phrase for you this month, and it is release the past. Now, we had this guidance in May, if you want to go back and listen to the May angel messages, about needing to really let go and focus on the future. And I do believe, in fact, I almost thought the keywords were going to be sunk costs. I was like, that's too accounting, really, probably for people. And then I just heard it. It was like, release the past. So this could be anything that you are still giving yourself a hard time for, giving other people a hard time for. Forgive others, forgive yourself, and focus on where you're going, because these new partnerships, these new contracts, these new opportunities are coming for you when you keep going, when you remain the captain of your own ship and you show the world what it is that you want. Now, I've got 3 actions for you. The first one is do what it takes to take your ideas and make it work, and start right now. This is an action the angels want you to take the minute you hear this message. What is one small thing you can do to make your ideas work? And maybe it is stopping something and creating a new plan. Sometimes the action is ending something so there's space for that new project. And then what's coming up for you in the near future is they want you to remove yourself from what no longer serves you, but again, doing it in that compassionate way to avoid hurt feelings. So taking time away from crowded areas or too much conversation, too much media. Take time away for solace and contemplation. Now, again, you might find that family members take this personally and their feelings are hurt that you want time alone, or friends feel hurt that you're not taking enough time for them. So make sure you're using a compassionate form of communication to help them understand that you love them and you will be there for them, but you need this time to get organized and get centered. So separate yourself from anything that is draining on you, because you really need spiritual time alone to get this new perspective they keep talking about and connect with the divine. That guidance is right there available to you, but it is going to take getting away from whatever it is that is draining on you and pulling on you and no longer serving you. So they want you to know that the big thing to think about long term is when we want this final action is avoid letting feelings of worry or guilt guide you. That's a big one we get trapped into, again, with that mind back and forth between worry and guilt. Remember that key phrase of release the past, forgive yourself and others, reframe negative thinking. And what you want to do is focus on new connections, new collaborations with others, new partnerships. Maybe offer an olive branch to others to bring peace into a relationship when making a decision to bring an end to that stalemate energy. So you go in and you say, okay, we're not going to do this project together anymore, but I'd like to talk about a project down the road. What does your calendar look like? Anything that can help bring peace to that energy where you're having to make a decision and end something. And then, as always, I've loved wrapping up with a pocket affirmation for you. This is a little bit of a longer pocket affirmation, but I thought it was going to really help us with all this guidance coming in for June. And it is, I easily make divinely guided decisions that are in the highest interest of all. I easily make divinely guided decisions that are in the highest interest of all. So that includes you and those around you, and trusting that when it's time to make that decision to release that sunk cost, that's get out of that stalemate energy, but doing it in a compassionate way is in the highest interest of all. So one more time, I would like to remind you about my free newsletter at devonduerr.com. Please make sure you're signed up so we can stay connected. If these messages resonate with you, please like and share this video. It helps my channel so much. And for those of you who are already subscribed, I love you so much. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing so we can, again, stay connected. I am so honored and grateful you are here. It is always my honor to connect with the angels and share these messages with you. Until next time, take care. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.